I got involved with United Academics because I knew that our campus, like many campuses around the country, was going through a period of dramatic change, and that it was change that was happening in the absence of the participation of myself, my colleagues, and faculty. Increasingly, our classrooms, offices, work lives came to feel more automated, more regimented. The kind of opportunities for us to engage in the really critical decisions about the future of the institution, about our disciplines, about how we relate to students, seemed to be off limits to us. And so the unionization and the union drive, of course, offered some benefits in terms of pay and benefits and our job conditions, but the idea that we could work collectively towards a vision and a voice that faculty could be at the center at, that our commitments to our students, to one another, to the state of Oregon, that we could be the champions for those, was one of the main reasons I got involved with United Academics. The differences have been dramatic. Certainly our pay, working conditions, faculty governance in our departments, all really substantially changed. And they're now actually a critical part when I'm recruiting faculty, when we have jobs, when we're talking to colleagues at other institutions about the place. The benefits that we've won through our collective bargaining agreement are at the center of our kind of discussion and description and account of what I think is great about the university. It also includes things like protections for sick leave, parental leave, the new equity requirement, the expectation that all faculty articulate their contributions towards institutional equity and diversity at various stages of tenure and promotion. As far as I can tell, we're, if not the first, one of the few institutions, research-intensive institutions that do this. And I'm really proud that we're leading the way in that regard. And it's really given what I really like both about the drive and about the current is it lets me relate to, connect with colleagues from across campus who I never would have seen, who have and share a vision that in spite of all the constraints, in spite of all the challenges that our institution faces, that there is a possibility for something better. And that it's through working together, through sharing our ideas, through our collaboration, through our engagements with one another, that we can realize that. And when you're isolated, when you're alone, when you think you or a handful of people are the only ones that share these kind of hopes and frustrations, it's demoralizing. It really is. And so through the union, you get connected with a set of faculties I have deep respect and regard for their research, for their teaching, to share and discuss and engage with them, to imagine with them what the institution could be like if we work together, if we push each other to think about a vision that's different from the present now. So that's been the big, an extraordinarily important difference is the connections we've made with other faculty. So we've now negotiated 2 fantastic contracts. I'm thrilled with the standards we've been able to win for so many people across so many different types of work on this campus. I think moving forward, we have a vision of the union being a center for new initiatives related to faculty development, faculty support, equity and inclusion, that we can pursue a number of things outside the context of a collective bargaining agreement. Lobbying and advocating for more assistance for students, getting our state legislators to take seriously the need to increase public resources for our university, for higher education in general, convincing voters in Oregon that higher education is a sound commitment to make and that we share their hopes that the university is accountable and responsive and productive for them. And to engage with people who organize students, who care about the future of public education in general, so that we can really be a vehicle to have an impact on a broad set of areas, not just our immediate working conditions, which is important, but the broader set of issues that actually will have an effect on our working conditions. We can't make our jobs good unless there's a commitment broadly that's shared in the state and by legislatures and voters that public higher education is important. So now we get to turn our attention towards those issues, but it is an important part of our professional identity because I want to be able to teach and do research and stay committed in an environment that's supportive and maintains standards. But I also want to expand access for students, for first generation students, students of color, for new faculty. We can make this a vehicle for having a broad impact on higher education, across the state. And so that's what I'm looking forward to.